faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and electric vehicles in India, FAME, scheme, FAME 2 Policy Amendment 11th June 2021. The notification issued by the Department of Heavy Industry on 11th June 2021 announced the increment of subsidy on electric two-wheelers from 10,000 rupees per kilowatt-hour to 15,000 rupees per kilowatt-hour, a hike of 5,000 rupees per kilowatt-hour from the older subsidy rate. The amendment will bring a massive push in the adoption of electric two-wheelers as the price gap between petrol offering and electric offerings will reduce further. The amendments to the FAME 2 electric vehicle policy was made on 11th June 2021 and manufacturers have lauded the efforts in adopting EV mobility in the country. Electric two-wheelers that comply with the FAME 2 subsidy program will see a big price reduction. The news that electric two-wheeler makers can give a discount of almost 40% of their scooter or bike value has definitely lifted the sentiments of buyers as well as manufacturers. This scheme also favors electric rickshaws as well as buses, but the details of these have to be worked out. The subsidy will be passed on to customers on electric two-wheelers. Bengaluru-based Ather Energy is the first EV maker to announce a price reduction of 14,500 rupees on the 450X model, which is a massive drop. The benefit will extend to the Ather 450 Plus and the 450X offerings, which should now start around the 1,35,000 rupees mark, ex-showroom. Other EV manufacturers will slash prices across range soon. Government will procure electric three-wheelers and buses across cities. Government of India has approved Phase 2 of FAME scheme with an outlay of 10,000 rupees crore for a period of 3 years commencing from 1st April 2019. Out of the total budgetary support, about 86% of fund has been allocated for demand incentives so as to create demand for xEVs in the country. This phase aims to generate demand by way of supporting 7,000 e-buses, 5 lakh e-3-wheelers, 55,000 e-4-wheeler passenger cars, including strong hybrid, and 10 lakh e-2-wheelers. However, depending upon offtake of different category of xEVs, these numbers may vary as the provision has been made for inter as well as intra-segment wise fungibility. Only advanced battery and registered vehicles will be incentivized under the scheme, with greater emphasis on providing affordable and environment-friendly public transportation options for the masses. Scheme will be applicable mainly to vehicles used for public transport or those registered for commercial purposes in E3W, E4W and e-bus segments. However, privately owned registered E2Ws are also covered under the scheme as a mass segment. In addition, creation of charging infrastructure will also be supported under the scheme. FAME 1, faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and electric vehicles in India, FAME, scheme was launched under National Mission on Electric Mobility in 2011 National Electric Mobility Mission Plan 2020. Unveiled in 2013. The scheme aims to encourage progressive induction of reliable, affordable and efficient electric and hybrid vehicles, xEV. The first phase of the scheme was initially approved for a period of 2 years, commencing from 1st April 2015. The scheme has been extended from time to time, with the last extension allowed for a period up to 31st March 2019. It is under the framework of Demand Incentive Disbursement Mechanism. Incentive amount has been determined for each category of vehicle like mild hybrid, strong hybrid, plug-in hybrid and pure electric technologies and battery specification. It is implemented and monitored by National Automotive Board under Department of Heavy Industry. It is one of the DBT schemes categorized under in-kind mode. Under the digitalization of the schemes for bringing efficiency, transparency with effective monitoring, FAME India portal has been launched at http://fame-india.gov.in/index.asks. All the process life cycle of the scheme has been digitalized in this online portal. At present 30 original equipment manufacturer, OEM, 137 models of all category of vehicles are registered under this scheme. Till now, total incentive amount disbursed is about 359 rupees crores for 2.8 lakhs vehicles. It also reflects post-benefit of e-vehicles sold under the scheme. Total expected fuel saved due to electrification is about 50 million liters. Fuel saving per day is about 52,700 in liters. CO2 reduction per day is about 1.3 lakh kg and total CO2 reduction is about 129 million kg. Built-in MIS reports are also made available for monitoring and management purpose. Various reports like OEM-wise sanctions, state-wise, manufacturer-wise, month-wise progress, etc. are also incorporated for restricted users. As per the DBT compliance, integration of online demographic Aadhaar authentication of the beneficiaries is also being enabled. Tarun Mehta, CEO and co-founder, Ather Energy, said, the revision in the FAME policy, increasing the subsidy by 50% per kilowatt-hour is a phenomenal move. Sales of electric two-wheelers have grown despite the pandemic, and with this additional subsidy, we expect electric two-wheeler sales to disrupt the market and clock 6 million plus units by 2025. Ather Energy already has plans to expand distribution to 30 cities in the next 6 months, and this increased subsidy will help accelerate consumer demand immensely. The government's continued support to drive adoption of EVs, with a keen focus on locally built electric two-wheelers, will make India the manufacturing hub of EVs. Jeetender Sharma, MD and founder, Okinawa Autotech, said, the E2W industry is once again experiencing a positive sentiment and a high level of interest from the Government of India. The Government of India's revisions to FAME 2 subsidies is a welcome step that will only add zeal to the adoption of electric vehicles. Lowering the prices of electric scooters in the country will really help to persuade more riders to switch from a combustion engine model to an electric one. We have always emphasized the importance of creating an ecosystem for EV mobility, and this new revision to the FAME 2 scheme is an important step in that direction. Sudarshan Venu, Joint Managing Director, TVS Motor Company, said, we welcome the government's continued support to EVs. Sustainable mobility solutions are very important for the future, and TVS is investing significantly behind this. The improved incentives for electric two-wheelers will increase penetration. Such policy direction should lead to indigenous development of future technology. Rahul Sharma, founder, Revolt Motors, said, the recently announced modification in the FAME India Phase 2 scheme will prove to be a game changer. The increase in financial incentive will further help in boosting the adoption of products in the category and is a reinforcement of government's commitment and intent for the EV industry. We are very pleased with this development as Revolt plans to reopen booking and further expand into newer markets. Such interventions coupled with the ongoing focus on infrastructure development can accelerate the growth of the sector immensely. Sohinder Gill, Director General, Society of Manufacturers of Electric Vehicles, SMEV, said, it's an important and admirable decision taken by the government, a move that will bring down the prices of electric two-wheelers nearer to the ICE vehicles and remove one of the biggest blockade of the high sticker price of electric two-wheelers. A city-speed electric scooter with a range of 100 km per charge will now cost less than 60,000 rupees, and a high-speed scooter with a range of 80 km will come nearer to the price tag of 1 lakh rupees. Together with the other important factors like extremely low running cost, low maintenance and zero emission, such price levels will surely spur a substantial demand of electric two-wheelers. We believe the time has come for mass adoption of electric two-wheelers, and such initiatives coupled with a mass awareness campaign by the government and easy terms financing by public sector banks will bring us closer to the target of 30% of the two-wheeler market becoming electric in 5 years. Uday Naran, Chairman, Omega Kg Mobility said, "This revolutionary step by the government to subsidize electric three-wheelers, two-wheelers, passenger vehicles and buses will provide the much-needed impetus in faster adoption, thus helping greatly in building up the ecosystem of EVs in India." We at Omega Kg Mobility strongly support this initiative. It is a major incentive for Make in India local manufacturers like us, enabling us to bring more and more EVs of various segments to the country. This will notably make India a significant player in the EV industry. Yatin Gupte, Chairman and Managing Director, Woodwizard Group that makes Joy e-bikes said, "The news came at a time when the EV industry is on the rise. This will not only delight the EV enthusiasts but also encourage the mainstream commuters to opt for electric vehicles." Manish Singh, VP, Strategic Development, Dow EV Tech, a dedicated smart electric mobility manufacturing startup based in Hyderabad said, "Government's recent decision to extend FAME 2 policy till 2025 has definitely helped EV OEM to plan localization and ecosystem with 3 years subsidy as known visibility. It will surely further accelerate IEC to EV vehicle transformation mandated by respective state EV policies. This will also help EV ecosystem to continue strengthening the end consumer market, as consumers continue to avail subsidy." Bhavish Agarwal, Chairman and Group CEO, Ola said, "I welcome the government's amendment to the FAME 2 subsidy. The incentive of 15,000 rupees per kilowatt-hour will help make electric two-wheelers affordable for many more consumers. I believe India has the potential to lead the world in sustainable mobility and become a big market as well as a global EV manufacturing hub. Our Ola Future Factory will be coming online soon and we will be aggressively pricing our range of electric scooters. With yesterday's policy incentives, we will be able to accelerate the global transition to sustainable mobility even faster." Anand Jain, Head of Market Intelligence India, GFK said, "The electric vehicle segment in India has immense potential to generate a lasting impact on the ecosystem of automotive sector despite being in a nascent stage." As per GFK Automotive Syndicated Monitor 2020 study, more than half of the surveyed respondents agreed that the key purchase drivers would be the availability of advanced technology, eco-friendly nature, and fuel efficiency. The recent announcement by the government is expected to further motivate the customers to adopt electric vehicles. There are various factors which is driving this shift in preferences. However, low operating costs of EVs and soaring fuel prices motivate buyers to consider more fuel-efficient alternatives. The increasing levels of awareness on EV technology among young consumers is likely to accelerate the growth and adoption of EVs across product segments. The notification further states that the electric two-wheeler incentives will be up to 40% of the vehicle cost. In addition to the subsidy on an electric two-wheeler, the government will also procure electric buses and three-wheelers on a large scale. The EESL has been directed to procure 3 lakh electric three-wheelers, which will be implemented in various segments. Furthermore, EESL will also aggregate demand for electric buses in 9 major cities including Mumbai, Pune, Chennai, Kolkata, Surat, Ahmedabad, Delhi, Hyderabad, and Bengaluru. This is big news for players like Mahindra Electric and Euler Motors who have offerings in this space. Saurav Kumar, founder and CEO, Euler Motors, said, "The decision to extend the FAME 2 scheme will be incremental to push EV adoption in the country. The FAME subsidies have helped EV manufacturers to build efficient and advanced vehicles in the last 3 years. However, the strict stipulations of the scheme have limited the OEMs to avail of its benefits. Given the slow uptake of EVs, The relaxations and revisions in the scheme will ensure OEMs can continue to offer the vehicles at a subsidized cost and cultivate a larger market for electric vehicles. Out of the 10,000 rupees crore subsidy earmarked in the FAME-2 scheme, two-wheelers are the largest beneficiary but are only applicable on those vehicles that qualify under the scheme. The electric scooters need to deliver a minimum range of 80 km on a single charge and have a top speed of 40 kmph with a 250 watt or higher electric motor. Let us go green, go electric, and save our environment. Thank you. Please subscribe free to iIntelligency to get more videos on daily use technology. Also, like and share if you find our videos really useful and informative.